Good morning and welcome to Leza Live in the Morning on KYCA The News 103.5 and 1490 AM. I'm Barry. I'm filling in for the lovely Leza LaChapelle Dandos, who's out of town today. Yet again out of town. How does this happen, Matt?
I don't know, man. She always gets breaks and vacations, but yet that 1 hour must just be difficult every day. It's 2 hours now, sorry.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I have to give her credit because to prep for today, I got up like 20 minutes early. I skipped my cup of coffee. I spent a good 10 minutes researching for this program today.
Man, how do you handle it, man?
I don't know how she does it every day. Can you imagine?
No,
but she
every
has
day.
Coffee. I skip mine.
True.
There's a difference.
That's what it is.
How you doing, Drew?
Doing wonderful, Barry, and yourself. Nice to see you.
I'm doing great. It's summer almost. It's lovely outside.
Oh, isn't it nice?
What do we got going on for the weather, by the way?
Well, if you like this, you'll just like the weekend.
Oh,
Pretty much going to be the same. We're going to have about 70-degree weather pretty much today and tomorrow and Sunday. It'll cool down a little bit, and that'll be due to the wind. The wind's going to pick up.
It's perfect for bike riding, though, because this is the 20th annual Whiskey Off-Road Bike Race, which is absolutely incredible weekend. But before I go any further, I would be remiss, thank you, remiss, without welcoming the lovely Candace Devine, who's in the studio.
Hey, everybody.
How are you?
Good morning.
I'm doing really well. I'm so excited to be here. We always have so much fun when we get to do stuff like this.
Candace is my official. She's my Joan Rivers.
Joan Rivers to your Johnny Carson.
To my Johnny Carson.
Wow.
You could be Ed McMahon, but
I see how it is.
Yeah.
I'm out.
You're done.
Turn off my mic. I'm going home.
You're gone.
Well, it is the start of the Whiskey Off-Road Bike Race.
It is.
20th anniversary. I met with Todd Sadow the other day, and I realized I've always pronounced his name wrong.
But now you're saying it correctly.
I think I am. It's
okay.
I believe it's Sadow.
Sadow.
So if you're listening, Todd, I'm trying my hardest to say Sadow.
You can call in, Todd.
It's S-A-D-O-W. He's busy.
Yeah, I
so
know,
today's the start. So downtown becomes a mecca of bike riders and everybody else. And you do not have to ride bikes to participate. There's tons of stuff going on. There's vendors. There's a beer garden. There's a tequila tasting. There's music on the square.
It's so much fun.
It's awesome.
It's
just a great way to kick off the season.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the start of the summer festival season.
It is.
And we're going to talk about pure
we're
going to talk about pure imagination a little bit. But today at 2:00 starts the kickoff with the ride with the 15 proof fun ride. They call it the fun ride, but it's actually 15 miles of treachery and agony.
But not if you're a cyclist. Like, I mean,
I
if
think
you're
it's
into it, I think you're
I
into
think
it.
it's so hard for them. And actually, I heard this. It's not actually 15 miles.
It's not?
No, it's actually 19 miles.
Oh, so they sell you on one bill of goods and then they make you ride harder.
So just think about it. Just think about it.
I'm trying not to.
You're riding your bike along. You're
already.
riding your bike along, and you're like 14 miles.
Is the 15 because it's the youth today? 15 and under?
No. 15 is it's like the.
It's the mileage.
It's the mileage. Yeah, it's actually 19. The kids are next week. These are the amateurs. These are the local people and whatever.
Yeah.
But the event started 20 years ago. 200 riders.
And now it's
over 2,000.
I was gonna say it's a couple.
2,000 is like their cutoff. Yeah, that's amazing. So then, if you're downtown today, hit the square around 4:00. The crit goes off, and you know what the crit is? It's incredible. This is the pros, and they start up Union Street as fast as they can. I think it's 20 laps. I believe it's 20 laps they have to do, and it's like.
Do you think they lose count?
I'm
you know what I mean?
Well, they don't.
You
They
go
can't
around
count.
once, you go one.
They
Okay.
can't count,
2,
obviously, because it's 15,
3,
19. So
yeah.
what's the? But anyways, and then it ends Sunday with the pros going out Sunday morning, and it's a great thing. Come downtown, have a great time, and thanks Todd and Epic Rides for everything you're doing. We appreciate this, and there's also concerts.
Yes.
I think it's tomorrow night. The Cheek Tones are down there.
That sounds about right.
And the string. Let's see what it is here. Let me look at my.
This is what happens when you leave your notes on your printer.
When you leave, I know.
That's
Anyways,
what happens when you prepare 10 minutes
anyways,
before.
there's music and stuff going on, and it's free.
Yeah, it's a wonderful event.
It's a great event.
I pop down there every year and walk around, just enjoy it.
I know,
And
it's great.
It's really exciting, even if you don't know somebody cycling in it on any of the events. Watching people cross the finish line is just thrilling. You're like, you did it!
I walk away really depressed because all the bikers are like in really good shape. You know, they're going, oh my gosh, yeah.
Well,
It's not
stop
happening.
opening restaurants and
I know,
maybe you
I know.
can mountain bike.
Or eating Cinnabon, which is
Yeah.
what we have today for food. Free food for us Friday, and this was not free food.
No,
Let me tell you.
it's expensive food, right?
Cinnabons for 7 people. How much would it cost for Cinnabons for 7 people?
I would think $7.
Like one Cinnabon per person?
Well, yeah, 1 Cinnabon per person.
$19.
Really? Try 50.
What?
What?
$50, $49 plus a tip.
Well, yeah, because
And then we have the lovely
you
Jamba
should-
Juice. This is how lazy I was today.
well, it's a one-stop
this
shop.
Is,
if
this
you
is
go
not
to-
this is not called lazy. This is creative problem solving.
Okay.
So I didn't have
Okay.
to cook, and so then we went to Jamba Juice,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking these are healthy.
Well,
They're kind of they're probably more healthy. They're probably healthier than the Cinnabons.
Well, I don't know, because I mean
Cinnabon's
I mean
not
this
a sponsor, are
respectfully. I like both.
No.
I just want to make sure.
I like both businesses, and I mean this respectfully.
I know.
Both are loaded with sugar. Both are loaded with.
So to me, these are like the flashback to growing up and hanging out in the mall.
yeah.
You know, Orange Julius,
Yeah.
Cinnabon, the pretzels.
Wetzel's Pretzels.
Yeah, Wetzel's pretzels. Yeah, I don't know
Wetzel's
if they're so-
Pretzels.
they were
I
awesome.
think there's more like ice cream in it than anything.
Well,
you know what I
used
mean?
to
I
work
think
at
there's
a,
enough fruit.
well, here
Yeah,
the-
I
Yeah,
talked
Matt,
about
tell
it.
us.
I worked at Jamba Juice when I was in college because I
Now be
wasn't
nice.
old enough to serve. And so I worked at the one at ASU in the Memorial Union, which is the busiest one in the country. And I used to just gasp because people would come down, and 2 doors down was the Burger King, and they would get a Whopper and a large fry and then come over and get a Jamba Juice. And a lot of the Jamba Juices are over 1,000 calories.
Yeah.
And it's because the bulk of it is ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
it's
hardly any fruit or
It's a
anything
great
good
treat.
for
It's
you
a
in
great, healthy, clean treat that you monitor with everything else you eat the rest
Just
of the day.
go to Dairy Queen.
It's
Just go all
delicious.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I-
you can get a protein boost.
Oh,
Or
wonderful.
You can add
grass
protein
in
to
there.
your sugar.
Oh, did you? Could you? I didn't know that.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
got
you can get all
powdered
kinds of
boost.
stuff.
Well, I
in
think
your
this is
Jamba
on my
Juice.
second time having been to. It's delicious. I'm having the mango a go-go is what I'm
Oh,
having. It's delicious. All right, so talking about food, I
Yes.
have an interesting Prescott trivia question
Ooh.
or information or whatever you want to call it. So, who is Prescott named after?
Oh, I should know this.
Drew, do you know this?
Isn't it
I'm
like
I'm drawing a
Okay.
blank.
His last name was Prescott.
right?
It's William Hinckley Prescott. Here's the interesting food fact about William.
Okay.
He was blind in one eye. He'd never been to Prescott, by the way. Never been to Prescott.
He was
And
one-eyed Willie.
He's blind in one eye. And you know how he got blind? In a food fight
No.
at Harvard. He got hit in the eye with bread, and
It blinded him?
he
He was
got
blinded
some
by
sort-
bread?
he got some sort of infection, and
Oh.
he So be careful. Wear your glasses when you're doing a food fight because you like William.
William Hinckley Prescott.
He'd never been to Prescott. Do you know what some of the other names?
What brought him to Prescott?
He'd never been to Prescott. He'd never set
Oh,
foot
but
in
we
Prescott.
named it after him
He
anyway?
was a historian.
Okay.
He was actually a poet first, then he became a historian, and he chronicled a lot of the history of Spain.
Okay.
And he was an academic and brought history into the mainstream education, yada, yada, yada. But some of the other names that were considered for Prescott. Audubon. Could have been Audubon. We could be living in Audubon.
Audubon, Arizona.
Goodwin City.
That makes
kind of make this a
sense.
Goodwin Street.
Yeah.
This one makes absolutely no sense to me, though.
Which one?
Aslan.
Azlan?
Aztlan.
Oh, Atzlan. Yeah,
Atzlan.
that's I like the Otz family. Like, yeah. I
Does
think
that make any
that's-
sense?
No, I mean, well, isn't that, I'm making this up, so let's be honest with that. I think, isn't that like some Scandinavian or Norwegian?
I think it's a lion from.
Yeah.
I think it's a lion. That's Aslan. The lion from
Aslan is from
Witch in the
Witch
Wardrobe.
in the Wardrobe.
Yeah.
Lion, Witch in the
Yeah.
Wardrobe.
Elliot. Okay, so here's
But
my other.
AZT, I think that is that like it's either like a German
It's,
Norwegian.
I think
some-
it sounds Masonic.
yeah.
I think it's. Drew, do you know anything about this? You're eating Cinnabon and you're absolutely no help.
I was
whatsoever.
eating my Cinnabon.
I see that.
He's hungry, man.
It's
It's
like-
like lunchtime
Okay.
for him. He's old, remember?
So I have a little more trivia. Not really
I get
trivia,
it, dude.
but
I'm so excited. I am learning things
you're
right
learning
now.
things. Well, here's the.
Yeah.
I got another one for you.
Okay.
So if you were born today, you share your birthday with Al Pacino. You know who Al Pacino is, right, Matt?
No, never heard of the guy.
Never heard of that? Evidently, he's been in some films.
Yeah.
Scarface, Godfather.
You
that
know,
guy.
legendary.
Yeah, he's a
films.
youngster. Sounds like he's got a good career ahead of
Yeah,
him.
yeah. I think he'll make it. He'll make it. Who else was born today? Ella Fitzgerald.
Oh, that's
Wonderful.
lovely.
Ella Fitzgerald, the first lady of jazz. Here's an interesting story about Ella Fitzgerald,
Okay.
and I don't have my notes, but
Off the cuff.
so her first song at 17, she won a contest at the Apollo Theater as a walk-on talent. So before her, she was going to dance. She was supposed to dance at the Apollo, and instead, the group that came ahead of her, she was really intimidated by them. Said they're really, really good. I can't compete with that. So at the last minute,
she
she
just
said,
did a swap.
I'm going to sing. And like,
And
imagine if you danced.
genius was
instead,
born,
You
yeah.
never would have heard of Ella Fitzgerald.
That's amazing that she
I
had
know.
that kind of talent, and that wasn't even the original pursuit.
I
for
know.
her.
So maybe you could be a dancer still.
Yeah, maybe I still could, Barry.
You could be a
What are you
dancer
trying to
I'll
say,
just
Barry?
walk out
That's
the
just
sta- I'll
quite
just
mean
walk
in
out
my
on
book.
stage and be like, "Let me throw on some toe shoes. See what happens." I've always wanted to be a ballerina.
Yeah.
So, Barry,
yes, sir.
there is going to be a tribute to Ella at the Jazz Festival in New Orleans.
Oh, really?
I had
yes.
just read that earlier yesterday. There's a tribute. The people that are playing, there's Brock, even though it's jazz, there's all kinds of musicians. Pearl Jam's going to be there.
Oh, the jazz.
And
jazz
anyway,
fest
they're
is
going to
huge,
have
yeah.
a little thing about Ella.
Oh, nice.
I love this.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
Anyways,
go.
Well, there's your.
When's your
treat.
birthday?
My birthday is June 26th.
Oh, it's coming up.
Yeah, it's coming up. I'll
What are
be
you doing
58.
for your birthday?
Probably nothing.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't do stuff for my birthday either. When's
Yes,
your
it-
birthday, Matt?
October.
Okay, we got a ways for that.
Yeah. I
And-
just work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But you have all your family's birthdays in the same month.
we're
though.
all in December.
You're all in
Yeah, so
December.
it's just
like cray
insanity.
cray.
But we pretty much skip mine. Just kind of happens that
It
way.
happens that
every
way?
year.
I don't know. I've been to some parties.
It's our holiday, birthday, soiree, mix it all in a pot and hang out with people. But like last year, we didn't do it.
No, you didn't do it
No.
last year.
No.
I just thought I was ignored.
No, gosh, no. Everybody's always invited. You're all invited.
I've never been invited, so there you go.
What are you
Really?
talking
Anyways,
about?
moving
Even
on.
if
Oh,
you are always
sure.
invited,
Moving
and
on.
also you probably just didn't show up.
Moving on.
That's more
Moving
likely.
on.
Uh-huh.
Hey, do you know eating your cinnamon?
It's kind of no, I'm
It's
good.
full of sugar.
Yeah, I mean it smells wonderful.
It smells
but-
awesome.
Well, you know what'll happen is if I eat it, it's how I am with donuts. If I eat it, it's great going in, and then I crash.
See, okay, good.
I thought
No,
so.
it's just like the sugar.
I thought you were going to the
Different
typical
direction.
Leza subject.
No, no, no.
Yeah. This is going to turn into like the booger show from the other
No,
day.
I
no,
won't
it's
do
not.
that to you.
No, no.
No, but you know what I mean? It's like you get the sugar high, and then you get the headache,
I,
and then you get
I don't eat a lot of sugar, actually.
I don't either.
I know, that's how I say
I
so
really
fit,
try
trim, and
not
buff.
to.
Try not to.
Yeah.
But I love it.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything.
So that's what's
Are we
bad.
going to check in on the Eagles, by the way?
Whenever you want. I mean,
Oh,
we
I
can
love
call and
Eagles.
see if Jim will call in.
Is Jim going to give us a call?
Here's my question: the
What's
people
up?
who are driving around and listening right now, do you think they're thrilled Lisa's gone, or do you think they're regretting?
I think they're,
today's-
they think they're regretting regardless.
I think it depends who you ask.
Okay.
You know,
Opinions vary.
so where's the Eagles?
Oh. Well, I can
Hold on,
put
we
them
gotta
up
wait-
there. I
we
just
gotta wait for the
thought
Eagles.
you wanted to wait for Jim.
I'll wait for Jim.
There you go.
There you go.
Look at how
Now, have you been watching these?
beautiful.
These are the Eagles from Big Bear,
Yeah.
and there were 3. Now they're big. I haven't watched them for a couple of
Babies?
days.
Yeah, they are.
They're huge.
Is that Papa Eagle or Mama Eagle?
I don't know how you tell the
Who's
difference.
watching?
Maybe Jim can tell us. So Jim Lamerson is the legal eagle, the eagle expert around here. So he'll call in here
He's
hopefully in a
gonna
little
call
bit.
and let us know.
Let us know
I
what's
mean,
going
it's
on with them.
Beautiful. Look at that. I
They're
mean,
like
it's
sleeping,
just
little guys.
incredible.
Okay. Wait, let's talk about you real
I love
quickly.
nature.
We got a lot to talk about.
We
And
got
one
lots of
thing
things to
is
talk about.
you've got an album coming out.
I do. With my
So
band.
those of you who are listening who don't know, the lovely Candace Devine is actually Ponderosa Grove.
Yeah, I'm the front singer,
Front singer.
I guess.
Is
So
there
tell
a
us,
back
and you've got
singer?
a new album coming out on the.
On May 17th, same day as Pure Imagination Festival.
Oh, wait a minute.
I've been a little busy.
And how many albums is this for you?
This is our second full length, but we've put out a number of singles.
Okay, this is your second one,
Mm-hmm.
and you've been really busy, and it's hard to do those 2 albums, right?
It's been a whole
Ella,
thing.
Ella Fitzgerald,
Mhm.
200 albums.
Yes, prodigy.
200.
Amazing.
And how many
also-
songs do you think she recorded?
Oh gosh, if she had 200 albums, probably 10 songs an album, a couple thousand songs.
2,000.
There we go.
Very good. There you go. Sorry,
It's okay.
not to dim your
No, she's
incredible accomplishments.
She's a legend. So there is no dimming anybody for Ella Fitzgerald. She's just a legend, and that's just what you aspire to. And you look at her and you go, "That's well done,
You know,
my lady."
there are certain people that I have 2 questions before we talk about you.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about me
There
at all.
are certain people that have passed, and when they pass, I would have loved to have the opportunity to met them.
Who's in that list for you?
Ella is one of them.
Okay.
Ella's definitely.
Yeah.
Who do you got?
I would love to sit down with the Rat Pack, Frank Sinatra, Sammy
Oh,
Davis. Like, I
really?
mean, who? Come on, sitting with those dudes and just like having a whiskey and just hearing the stories.
Yeah, see, I'm not a Frank Sinatra fan.
Oh, I
Believe it or not.
love it.
I
I
love Dean
also-
Martin. I love
Yeah.
all those guys.
Well, then you get all
Sammy
of them.
Davis. It's Frank Sinatra.
Sammy Davis is probably one of the most talented people, I
Yeah.
think. So insanely talented. I would also love to sit down with Don Henley of the Eagles.
Okay.
He's still like a big one for me.
Maybe somebody
I've
who's
seen him
not
many times.
somebody who's not in music.
If I could time travel, I'd probably want to go back and sit with Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, that would be one of mine too.
Yeah.
I'm a big
I'd
Lincoln
want to.
fan.
I've read a lot about him, and I would be curious to see what his in person vibe would be.
See what he kept in that
Um,
hat.
I would also very much, most of the people that I really would long to talk to are in music. But if I think about other directions, I'd probably love to sit with like really well-known Indian chiefs and, people who've lived on this land a long time and things like that. I don't know.
What about you, Drew?
Well, that's a tough one.
I
But if
know.
I was done,
It doesn't have to be only one. It can be.
if I can only pick one, I would probably pull. I'd like to have a conversation with Jesus Christ.
Oh,
I
really?
think
Oh,
would
yeah, that'd
an
be super interesting.
time.
It
Yeah.
would be. You won't have to bring any food.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'd
Yeah.
love to ask him all kinds of things. I'd be like, what did you mean?
Yeah.
how come I don't understand all these things that you tell me?
How about how things looking now?
Yeah.
He'd
Like,
be
is
like,
this what you saw?
Be careful what you ask for there.
yeah. What about you, Maddie?
Oh, there's so many, but I'll do just a couple. Da Vinci would be awesome.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good
Oh,
one.
yeah. I'd also
Um,
love to sit with Queen. I'm sorry, I interrupted.
No,
you,
go
but
for it.
Like Queen Elizabeth, like back in the day,
Yeah.
Queen Elizabeth.
That'd be a good one. But FDR, I think, would be really good.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
Yeah. So it's like every once in a while, someone does pass of notoriety. You go,
yeah. Cleopatra.
I would have liked to have met them.
Yeah, or
thinking,
Julius Caesar.
I'm thinking a little more recent.
Bro,
you
okay,
all are
like
going like,
current-
I'm
yeah,
thinking
yeah.
like,
Not as.
but it's all right. All
yeah,
right. So here's my other. Since it is it's free food for us Friday, and we do have free food, free for you guys. Oh, we'll take a break.
yeah, when you're ready.
We'll take a break and we'll come back and we'll talk about our favorite go-to spots for food. All right. We'll be right back in a few minutes on Leza Live on KYCA, the news 103.5 and 1490 AM. Welcome back to Leza Live. I'm Barry, sitting in for the lovely Lee Chappelle Dandos, and we're enjoying our Cinnabons and our Jamba Juice, and we're hanging out with Drew, Matt, and the equally lovely Candace Devine.
Equally as lovely?
Hey.
Well,
She better be prettier than
well,
me.
I mean, it's
Come on,
Leza.
Barry.
Leza. I said lovely Leza,
Oh, okay.
and I want to make sure I don't,
There's a reason why I'm not on camera.
I would like to
buddy.
come back to the show, maybe. Okay, before we left, we were talking about you and I played this once before.
Okay.
Okay, this is kind of.
I don't know if I did well at this the last
This
time.
is this. You can be completely honest. No one's going to get upset. This is
I
not
might.
the best.
Sure.
I'm not promising
All right,
anything.
so right now the Courier is doing the best at Prescott,
Yeah.
and I think Prescott Now magazine is doing the best at Yavapai.
Yeah.
Contests do it every year. So this is not the best, but this is your go-to.
Uh-oh.
And so I'm just going to throw food out, and you got to tell me where you go to for a burger. Your best burger, Matt. Where do you go
Oh,
for
the
burger?
burger I go to?
Where do you go to for
probably
burger?
Bill's Grill. I like
Bill's Grill?
Bill's Grill.
It's still my favorite. I know where yours is.
Well,
Sammy's.
I do love Sammy's.
I've still not had it.
What?
Oh,
I got-
Sammy's is
do-
really good.
I've heard it's
I do.
awesome.
I mean, but different types of burgers, right? Because Sammy's is a smash burger.
Right.
Yeah.
The Moab sauce. I mean, it's
So what is a
creamy.
what makes it a smash burger?
They smash the meat real thin and it gets crispy on the edges. And it's so good.
I think I should know that, but
You
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you got.
I've heard they're awesome.
But I do
You
enjoy.
haven't been
I
there, huh?
also
I
like
haven't
a Bill's
been.
Grill burger too.
Yeah.
That's my
Me too.
go-to.
That's
for
your
a burger.
go-to for a burger? All
Yeah, I
right.
agree with Candace.
Yeah,
Great
but
job.
different types of burgers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Pizza.
Oh, Streets of New York.
I have to go.
Really?
Yeah.
Streets in New York. That's
Every
a,
time they do it
Really?
better than it for me.
now. What do you
anyway.
what do you like about?
The sauce on the pie itself has great flavor. I like the dimension of their crust. I think it's a nice, like, not too thick but not too thin. There's flavor to the crust and the dough, and it's consistent,
Okay.
consistently good.
What about you, Drew, with a mouthful of Cinnabon?
Well, I'm kind of tied between Bill's and also Pangea does a really good Sicilian.
They do
Oh,
do a
they
good
do.
pizza.
They do a really good pizza. So it depends on what if I want a thin
mood you're
pizza, I can go to Bill's. But if I want that Sicilian, I'll go there. And if I'm downtown, I'm going in and grabbing something at Grumpy's, just a slice. What the hell?
What about you, Maddie? Pizza.
I'm pretty sure I'm still contractually obligated
Yeah, I
to
think you
Bill's
better say
Pizza.
Bill's, otherwise you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might wake
I
up and there's like a steer's head at the end of my bed or
I'm
something.
not contractually obliged to anybody, but I will say I would like to clarify that I am also a Bill's Pizza fan because the type of pizza they sell is different than the type at
Exactly.
So I
Right.
do fluctuate between the two depending on the taste bud needs.
I will say this:
Well-
I had a meeting at the theater the other night, at a board meeting. Had a little bit of time to kill, and so I walked around the corner to Murphy's. I had not been to Murphy's for a while. Went there at happy hour.
Yeah.
Deal ever. I could sit at the bar, burger, fries. I actually had some calamari also. It was like happy. It was like $20. I'm like, it was a good burger.
Yeah.
It was a good burger, and I was like, so you might want to try
You know what
Murphy's.
they did recently?
What'd they
it was
do?
a couple, maybe it was a month or two ago now. They did their 40th anniversary.
Oh, yeah.
Did you go to that?
I didn't go that.
Oh, well, yeah, you're busy. We went to it, and the whole menu they served was their menu from 1985 with the 1985 pricing.
That's the year I graduated high school.
I was not.
I know.
Yeah, but anyway,
My buddy Clint,
Yeah.
who I go to the movies with every Thursday and who's been a dear friend of mine forever, has been working at Murphy's since 1985.
Really?
And they celebrated his 40th year working there and gave him
That's
a bunch of stuff
amazing.
at the same time as the big
as the big
party.
Yeah.
Now, what is
Yep.
he? What
But
does
it
he
was
do?
really fun, and it was really cool, and it was really cool to pay 1985 prices.
What does he do there?
He started out as a sous chef in 85,
Mhm.
and they were going to promote him to the head chef,
Mhm.
but he didn't want to do it because he didn't want the responsibility and all that stuff. So he asked, what else can I do? They said, well, do you want to be a maintenance guy? And so he's been the maintenance man.
Really?
And he runs around doing Murphy's and all the other
Oh yeah.
restaurants that are owned by the chain, the corporation. So
Okay.
like The Office and
But it was a good. It was a good burger,
Yeah.
good service. I was really pleased and pleasantly surprised. It was like happy hour. I'm like,
Yeah, it's a good spot. I love their bar. Like
Yeah,
I
that's a
like
great-
sitting in their bar booths.
it's a
and
great
just hanging out.
space.
Yeah.
It's really really good
It's got a
space.
good
I don't go there enough. So, anyways, but that's what I would recommend
well,
for that.
stop working so much.
Let's be quiet. All right, we're gonna move on. We're gonna go back to you and talk about your album.
Oh,
I
okay.
want to hear about your album. So who's in your band? Who is actually in? Who makes
I
the
would
Grove?
say the core team members would be me, Drew Hall, and Gigi Ganaway.
Okay.
And then we've had a nice little, wonderful, beautiful rotating door of some other musicians that play with us that are local from town. So we've had the Howard twins, we've had Cosimo Borman, we have Nick Canuel is sitting in with us. We've had a friend of mine, Joshua Taylor, but the three of us are kind of like the core backbone of the band.
So this is your second album.
Yes.
How did you select the songs, or how did you go about creating the songs for this album?
Well,
and is there a theme, or is it just kind of
this album is called Two Trips Around the Sun because it took us just a little over 2 years to get it done, which is the bane of my existence. It was not supposed to take that long. We had a lot of hurdles the last 2 years, personally, musically, all the things, and so it just took way longer than we anticipated. And so we're very excited to get it out. But the collection of songs, each song is very different because they've been written. Some of them were written 2 years prior to that. So it's like we've had these songs in fluctuation. And so we kind of picked our favorite 10. We're always writing, always creating.
Right.
And so then you just kind of put together the thing that creates the best overall experience for the listener and kind of personifies the journey we've been on.
So is there like, do you have a song on there? Do you have a song on there? Or you go all more collaborative? Or
for the most part, I sing lead on just about everything. Drew has a song on this one. That's great. It's called Maybe I Lied. But typically I sing lead on most things, and Drew obviously is lead guitar, so he sings harmonies and backups on a lot of things, on everything really.
And so how would you describe?
Shreds on his wonderful guitar.
I know, he's incredible.
He's an amazing player.
I know. Oh, we got to take a break again? We got to take a break so soon?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We spent too much time talking about food, didn't we?
No.
I'm really sorry.
We're only halfway through. We got half of a show to go, so
Okay.
you can keep talking.
Okay, don't worry
I'm
about
just
it.
signaling you. I'm like,
Okay,
hey,
thank
Barry, it's about that time.
Hey, Drew, can you take over for Matt? Can you like trade spots or something?
Certainly.
Okay, sounds good. All right, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back in a few minutes on Leza Live. Live. I'm Barry, and joining me today is the lovely Candace Vine, the lovely Matt Hinshaw,
Yes, he is.
and the
Wow, I am
debonair
You are
Drew
lovely,
Imity.
Matt.
Debonair.
Drew, you are also
Debonair, you
lovely.
like that? I like debonair.
Thanks, Barry.
All right, so Candace, we were talking about your upcoming album.
Yeah.
2 times around the sun. Or
Two
second?
trips around
Two
the sun.
trips around
Yeah,
the sun.
good job.
I tried.
Yeah, I only said it once. That was great.
Yeah, so how would you explain the sound to those who do not know Ponderosa Grove?
What I can explain is what we've been told, which
Right.
is if we're kind of a Fleetwood Mac or a Queen with a female singer. Big harmonies, kind of eclectic influence on our, but the through line is probably the big harmonies and, groovy, hooky, anthemic-y kind of songs.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
I mean, it's very, I would say, Eagles, Fleetwood Mac, Queen driven. It's late 70s driven.
Okay.
It's
Sounds
just,
good. So if you love that stuff,
If you like that
don't
stuff,
love
you like us.
But
yeah.
your stuff is great because you're not only that. I mean, you
We go all over the place.
go all over the place,
Yeah.
which is great.
And that's probably the hard thing to put us in a pigeonhole. Like we're this band,
and you don't
because
really
we
wanna be
sing all-
pigeonholed.
Nah, because we sing all the things. Like on this album, we have a Latin flamenco song, but we also have like a swanky Southern rock,
Really?
gritty song. But then we also have, a really nice ballad, and then we have, so it's like it goes all over the place.
Well, this is a nice segue into your upcoming festival,
Yes,
the 4th annual.
4th annual. Can you believe it?
4th
4
annual
years.
Pure Imagination Festival
Yeah,
takes place May 17th at
does.
the lovely
Watson Lake.
I'm using lovely way too much.
it's a
today.
good word though.
I think I'm tired. I don't know. I don't. My vocabulary is very limited today.
You're the hardest
So
working
I
man at
apologize.
Prescott.
Apologies. Anyways, let's talk about the Pure Imagination Festival.
Yes,
First off, you get your tickets at pureimaginationfestival.com.
correct.
Okay. And just like you described your sound,
Mhm.
your lineup for this festival is
Eclectic.
It is. I'll tell you what though, it is eclectic, but it's hitting that target we mentioned before. And if you're in your 50s or that range thereof,
Yes,
you're going to recognize. And the
a
funny thing
few
is,
of these bands. Yeah.
and you may not recognize the bands, but once you do some research, as I did for the show today,
You will know the songs.
you'll
yeah.
know the shows,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
songs. You'll be like, oh.
I
So
know.
tell us a little bit about the Pure Imagination Festival.
I was referenced so I don't miss anybody. We have Cheap Trick, who is Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'm really excited about them. Hits for days. You have heard songs of theirs like Surrender or I Want You to Want Me. We also have a reggae artist called Matisyahu who had big hits in the early 2000s. Excuse me. One of his songs, I think, was up or used for the 2010 Olympics called One Day, and it was a big nationally recognized song. We also have a hip-hop legendary band called Arrested Development.
I love
who-
them. I love them.
They're amazing.
I love
And
them. They're
Grammy
just-
Award
they're
winners.
fun and they're great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they are still relevant and fabulous and put on a fantastic show. Then we brought in the 80s band, The English Beat.
I know.
Yeah. Mirror in the Bathroom and Save It for Later.
Already you've got like a cool
Yeah, those
lineup.
those
That's only
four are
that's
really
only 4.
fun.
But
Yeah.
keep going. You got more.
Then below them we have a kind of like a folk harmony band called Gone Gone Beyond, who are making a lot of waves, and they're wonderful.
Are they husband and wife, or is it a?
No,
It's not. No,
they're not attached that way.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was
they're
just curious.
Yeah,
I
they're
just
just
wanted to figure out.
counterparts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then Kelsey Walden, who I'm really excited to see. She's a big up and comer in country music. I feel like everybody here is gonna, in another year or two, be like, oh, Kelsey Walden. She has made big for Rolling Stone and NPR. She's made like the top best albums list multiple times. She is on John Prine's music label, and she's played the Grand Ole Opry. She is on fests everywhere and starting to open for really big artists, and she's one to watch for sure. So we're really excited to have her. Then we have my band Ponderosa Grove.
Of course.
Because I always
It's your
say
festival.
I work really hard on this all year long, and I like to put my band up there. And then we have this incredible soul duo out of Nashville, Tennessee called Bird and Byron, who are also doing really big things and kind of up and coming. We have Kids in America out of Los Angeles. They have had, for the younger crowd, they've had a lot of like viral TikTok hits and Instagram hits, and like the young people are playing their music everywhere. And then we, out of Phoenix, we have Pajama Pijama, Latin cumbia band, which
I
I'm
know.
really
I
excited
listened to
about.
them too. They're really
Yeah,
fun.
they're really fun.
Yeah.
And then we have another local hometown, actually 2 more local hometown bands. We have Dutch Holly,
Right.
who
and
are
they've
fabulous.
been around.
They've been around for a minute,
yes.
and they are kind of in that electronic kind of
It's a
groovy
techno
dance.
kinda- yeah.
Like some good rhythmic beats and stuff. And then our Take the Stage winner this year was out of Prescott. And
So explain the Take the Stage winner.
every year we do a contest for the last spot, the last available slot on the stage. And bands submit from all over. And we do like a 2-month-long contest, and people vote, and it's all the things. And this year's winner was from right here in Prescott, called the Hawthorne Experience. And they're like this really fun surf funk rock.
How have I not heard of them? The Hawthorne Experience?
Yeah, the Hawthorne Experience.
Really?
Three guys from Prescott.
Where do they play?
They've played. They don't play a ton in Prescott. They've played the Hive,
Okay.
but they play down at the Congress. They play in Tucson. They play
Oh, really?
Phoenix. Yeah, they play all over the state, really, but just not as much at home.
It's funny when you pull up your list of groups that are playing and
Yeah.
you pull up their individual pages.
Yeah,
These guys are touring
everywhere.
all over the place.
Yeah, these are all big acts.
It's hysterical. It's
Just-
like New York, Nashville, LA, Prescott.
yeah.
How in the heck so how did they end up in Prescott? Explain how the festival
Me.
started. There you go.
You're welcome.
You're so humble. You're so humble.
Well,
That's
I
why
mean,
we
I'm
get
just
along
like, you
so
need to
well.
be here.
Yeah. So tell them how the festival started, what your impetus was for it, and
Yeah. The festival started out of a very truly deeply needed desire to see people come back together. And I didn't anticipate that 4 years later I would still feel that way. We were coming out of the pandemic.
I think
in
it's more than
2020.
ever.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And that's what I mean. I started it thinking we were at the pinnacle of this. Like coming out of the pandemic, I was watching people cancel their grandmas. And so, I was like, we need an event outside where everybody can feel like they can distance and be safe and all these things. But we need people and that's why it's an eclectic festival. I want people of all ages there, all backgrounds there. And the idea is to leave the troubles of the world outside and to come in and have a day of pure imaginational bliss. We have all kinds of things going on in the park.
So explain a little bit of what's going on in the park, and then we're going to take a short break. But tell me a little bit about what's going on in the park, because it's tons of stuff
There's
going on.
so much stuff going on. We have a free kids area, a free wellness area with Bend Yoga doing yoga sessions. We have performance artists, and that means like stilt walkers, fire blowers, bubble blowers and clowns and all kinds of things. And then, of course, we have 2 stages that alternate all day, so you can see the entirety of the lineup. And this year, we're very excited because we partnered with the Western Heritage Center and Charlotte Hall, and we're doing a beautiful like Western entry with like some history of Prescott, so you walk through and get a sense of our culture
Nice.
and all the people that have pushed the arts forward for the last 100 years. And you walk in and there's an activation station, lots to do, lots of things to see and be a part of. We also have a Prescott artisan market. We have over 40 artisan vendors that come. So there's a whole shopping market in there. It's really remarkable. Bring your blankets and chairs. It's a good time.
And you get your tickets and information at pureimaginationfestival.com.
Exactly.
And we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back on Leza Live.
Real
Welcome back to Leza Live. I'm Barry. Joining me today is a lovely Candace Devine, and we're talking about Pure Imagination Festival.
Yes.
And
so much fun. You guys should come. It's so much fun.
So what time does it start?
It goes 11 to 11. That's what people.
11
It's
to
a
11
12-hour day
at
of
Watson Lake.
wonderfulness.
And how many people are we expecting there this year?
We usually average. Well, we've had anywhere from 3,000 to 6,500.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it just depends.
And also, we want to tell everyone, you do not park on site.
Correct.
The
Thank you for
most
that.
important thing
The
to
most
remember.
important thing.
Everything else.
You park at Embry-Riddle.
If you
and
want to enjoy your day, do not try to park
do not try to park on site. And I would like to tell your audience that there's a reason for that, and it actually makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
Because there's no backup of traffic, there's no waiting to get out of the park. We don't even have enough parking at the park to make
Right.
it accessible. And so really you go to Embry-Riddle, you park, you jump on the provided shuttle, and it drops you right at the entrance gate where security is. There's no like long line. It's so easy. It's really, really well designed that way. So just enjoy it. It sounds complicated. It's not.
Okay, get all your information and line up on pureimaginationfestival.com.
And please come.
Tickets are still available?
Tickets are still available.
food
And people
trucks
always
and-
ask me, you can buy tickets day of.
Okay.
So if people, we have last minute Lucy's in Prescott. But
Last
still-
minute Lucy's?
We do, and that's okay. You know, I get it. People are like, I want to make sure I'm in town. I want to make sure I like the weather. I want to make sure whatever the reasons
Even
are.
Drew's shaking his head about last minute Lucy's.
I know.
You-
But
have you ever heard that, Drew?
you've never heard anybody say that?
I've heard it, but I in today's world,
It's
you know,
been a
come
while.
on.
It's been a while. Carry on.
I wonder
So-
what the origin of that is.
I don't know. We should look it up.
Okay. You can trivia that next time.
We'll do that next time.
Okay.
So one thing I do want to touch base on, then we're going to go to movies with Ma and Matt Hinshaw. You and I are co-hosting again for a second time.
Yes.
We had so much fun last time. The Casa for Kids, their annual gala,
Mm-hmm.
taking place on June 7th at the Fairweather Social Club.
Correct. Yeah.
And it is a Kentucky Derby theme. And the food is delicious, I heard. The food is really good, I'll have to say.
It is really good.
The men's was fun.
Yeah.
And we're going to be there, which makes it even more fun.
Yeah.
And all the money goes to Casa for Kids.
Which
and
is so wonderful.
it's a great, great program. What
Yeah.
they do is absolutely amazing. And you get your tickets and information at yapaicasaforkids.org.
Mm-hmm.
And that is June 7th at the Fairweather Social Club.
And it's a good time. And
It's
it's
a
a great
great time.
cause.
Yeah. Do we got Ma on the phone yet?
I don't think so.
You don't think
Drew?
so?
Oh, yes.
We got
Okay.
her on the phone. We're
So
ready
what
to
movie
go.
are we talking about?
We're talking about The Accountant #2.
Is this a good movie?
If you like murdering, yeah.
Oh.
Oh. All right. Carry on. Where's Ma?
I mean,
Carry
I
on.
don't know if I'm rushing.
Well, I mean, the first one was, decent. It's just a different kind of assassin film.
It's so funny to see an image that says The Accountant with two guys with machine guns.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. The first one,
Right.
Ben Affleck is an accountant for the mob, and then you find out that he's not just an accountant for the mob. He's also one of their
Yeah.
high skilled assassins.
Of course.
And
Ben
so,
Affleck.
yes,
Okay.
yeah, and he's supposed to be on the spectrum, and so he's very meticulous. He's very dialed in. He's very much different, and it was a very successful first film 8 or 9 years ago.
So why not make another?
And so, I mean, why not make another one 9 years later? So this one's very different than the first one. It stars John Bernthal and Ben Affleck as brothers, and I like the sibling rivalry and comedy between the two of them more than I almost like the action and the,
The killing.
death and killing and all that stuff. It was just really fun because Ben Affleck's playing his character from the first accountant, and John Bernthal is very much playing a very different character. He's the younger brother, but he picks on his older brother. It's just the sibling rivalry was really
So
fun.
are they both in the mafia?
They're both assassins, yes.
Okay, they're both
but they're not so
assassins.
much in the mafia anymore. They're just independent contractors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So what do you think about it?
I liked it. I thought it was a lot of fun.
And how many reels do you give it?
I give it 4.
4 reels.
Yeah.
I don't, you
But I like
You
action
don't really
movies.
sound excited enough about to give it 4 reels.
No, it was
I'm
very
just
good.
letting you know, you sound a little.
Oh, I just know I
It
got to
was
give
okay.
Mom time to talk because she gets very angry if she doesn't get to talk.
Oh,
She wants to come on after the
Mom's
break
come
now?
on after the break. Are we on a break right now?
Let's do.
Do a break. Okay.
Okay, fine.
All right, we're gonna take a short
Drew's
break.
really the one that tells me
I
to
know.
take breaks. See? You see this?
I
It's
see
not me,
this.
Barry.
How are we doing, audience?
Oh yeah, right. Please don't call in. Please don't call in. We'll be right back in a few moments on Leza Live. Welcome back to Leza Live. I'm Barry, and in the studios, Candace Devine, Matt Hinshaw, and the lovely, now lovely, you've been promoted, Drew Imity. All right, what we're talking about, we're waiting for Ma. Is Ma on the phone?
Hello,
Hi.
can you hear me?
Hi, Ma, how you doing?
Hi, I'm doing fine.
Yeah, how's the weather over there?
Oh, it's very lovely, and my roses and everything's blooming, and we've already planted our garden. Let's hope we don't have a snow.
Snow? You can't have snow this late. Well, yes, you could.
Oh, we have had
Before
in
Mother's
the
Day.
past.
Now, you were gone. You were out of town for like a month, weren't you?
Yes, I was gone for a month.
Now, who planted that garden? Did you plant that garden?
No, my husband planted it. And
So
he's
our
been
garden is
working it,
his
and
garden.
I'm all excited. I think it's great.
Well, what do you think about the movie The Accountant 2?
I really enjoyed it. Now, it's different than Accountant 1, but it was really good. I think Ben Affleck really nailed the part of a high-functioning autistic person. Very brilliant person, very smart. I mean, but they have the ways they want to do things, you know. He was really good.
Okay.
And John, who played his brother, he was really good. And I can't leave out, I think her name is Daniela. She was the main part of this. The only thing I had an issue with was all the AI of trying to find folks and that kind of thing
Okay.
on the screens a lot, you know.
Now, do you have to
But-
see The Accountant 1 to understand and like Accountant 2?
As long as you understand who Ben Affleck's character is, I think you'd be fine if you didn't see number 1.
Okay. And so how many cookies are you going to give it?
I'm going to give it 4 because I really think it was great. But it was a little long, and like I say, they spent a little too much time looking for bad guys on screens. I thought they could have cut that down a little bit. The violence was not nearly as much in this one, I don't believe, as it was in the first one.
Okay. All right. All right. So The Accountant 2.
Yeah, that's what
Or sugar cookies.
sugar
Four
cookies.
sugar
Oh, wow.
sugar cookies. Oh, there you
She's
go.
changing it up today.
Yeah, should give them some Cinnabons.
Yeah, that was one of those things they didn't touch on too much, but yeah, they do a lot of scary, terrifying AI searching, hacking, breaking into people's private information and using that to hunt down people. And there's a federal officer, I guess you would say, federal agent. There we go, federal agent that's helping them, and they are actually helping her. And she gets to the point where she's like, I just can't do this anymore. This is so illegal, and just like walks away. And they don't stop. They just keep going
Okay.
because they're but yet they got what they wanted,
They
and
gotta
they were able to
finish the
save.
job.
Yeah, they were able to save a lot of lives, but still, it was like at this
What
massive
means,
expense. Like a lot of like just private individuals, they're hacking their stuff and looking at them through their cameras and turning on their microwaves and
But you
doing
don't
all this
think-
crazy
you don't
stuff.
think that happens? That happens all the time.
Oh yeah, that's
Happens
why
all
you.
the- that's reality now. That
Well,
happens all the time.
And just a little tidbit,
You
know,
use
because
a
I'm
cell phone, right?
Yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
There
big
you go.
tech
You're done.
I'm a big tech person, but the ones that have the most vulnerabilities are the things you don't think of. It's the stuff that like the smart switches and the smart Alexas and
I
the
know.
cameras and all that stuff. They have the least amount of security in them, and that's how people can get into your network. And that's what they do.
There's
in the
nothing in my
movie.
network that I need to worry about. So.
Well,
think
your
it's all
computer
good
with
then.
all your finances, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
That's on your network.
well, if you're poor, it doesn't matter. I'm doing good. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm not worried
I
about it.
have to add something. It had a really good message at the end.
Okay.
And I won't say what it was, but if you watch it,
All right.
very good message about things that occur nowadays in our society.
Okay. All right. We'll take a look at
Well,
it.
that's nice.
Now I'm
All right. Well,
confused.
Mom, what are you doing for the weekend? You got big plans?
No. I think I'm going to rest after I've been traveling and
I-
living out of a
I was on
suitcase
vacation for a
quite
month. I'm
while.
going to go home and rest. Well, we'll see you next week, Ma.
Thank you.
Have a good weekend.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye. We'll take
She's
one more
so
short
cute.
break, or nope? Oh, we don't. Oh, Get your signs together.
Well, he was flashing me over there.
Listen, I'm working with amateurs, or what is going on over here?
I don't normally use them because Lisa's on it. I'm
so
sorry.
there are a few things going on this weekend. We got the Murder on the Orient Express at the Hazeltine Theater. I saw it last night. It's a great show, great cast, great sound effects, great lighting. thehazeltine-com to get your tickets. And then also, I talked with Jonathan Best. You know, Jonathan, our friend Jonathan Best. He is actually putting on a play called Blood on the Ivories at the Cosmos. It's not till May 23rd. I believe it's May 23rd. But go to thecosmos.org to check out that. It's a great program. It's a 2-person, 1-act show that's musical, play, and something else.
That sounds awesome.
So what do you got going on for you? Anything fun, exciting?
I'm going to be downtown promoting the festival, but enjoying the Whiskey Off-Road, which we already mentioned.
Right.
And other than that, just working. I work a lot.
Drew, you got anything planned? You going to ride it? What are you doing this weekend?
Get some stuff done around the house, but I'm planning on getting some miles in.
And what about you, Maddie? Anything fun, exciting?
Yeah, work.
Oh, my gosh. We're the worst.
Pretty much.
Are you working this
Yeah,
weekend?
of
Are you
course,
taking
Barry.
the
No,
weekend off?
I'm going to the Whiskey Off. Yes, I'm working this weekend.
Hello. He's always working.
I know I'm going to garden this weekend. Hope it all goes well.
Oh, that sounds nice.
We were hoping you were going to be the one time you take the weekend off and enjoy yourself.
I will do that next week. I'll do
When's
that
the
next
last
week.
time you've done that?
I'll do that next weekend.
You say that, but
All
then
right.
like, okay.
Years ago.
No, I'm doing good. I'm okay. Don't worry about me. I'm fine.
I'm worried about you. I mean, what if we don't get our free food?
I can't help that. Anyways, thanks for joining us today on Leza Live. Get downtown, enjoy the Whiskey Off-Road.
And the weather.
Starts today at 2 o'clock and the crit at 4. And this beautiful weather. Thank you, Candace Devine, for joining me.
Always fun.
Drew and Matt, we'll see you all next time on Leza Live.